I could not do what I do today had I not worked at large law firms. There were huge advantages that I got from essentially working on a variety of different matters, having to pull all-nighters and be exposed to a lot of different methods of solving legal challenges. So an example was at Gibson Dunn, for instance, I learned you always return a phone call the same day. Secondly, when a client comes into a situation and wants a complex answer to something and everybody's sweating because they have no idea what to do, there are no problems, there are only challenges. And you don't tell people that you have an answer for something before you have an answer, but you say, good question, let me get back to you. I will come up with an answer, because there is an answer. So I think grace under pressure, doing the work, recognizing you're in a service business and people need to be communicated with and getting back to them quickly is important. The other thing I learned is, again, that there is no substitute for intelligence. Big firms tend to have the best and the brightest. Why? Because money talks and people go where they can make more money. And the big firms typically have the brightest people because of that. What we've done is we've found millennials and other bright lawyers that want to make good money but also want a lifestyle. And so they're really motivated to do, high-level work, and they're really good at what they do, but they're willing to trade a little compensation for lifestyle. Having worked at large law firms, I learned a lot of things that kind of impact the way I practice law now. One is don't focus on billable hours. At big law firms, you have to bill a certain number of hours, and as a result of that, you're less focused on what the client really needs than essentially coming up with the practical answer for things. So we are focused on getting the right answer in the most practical way possible. So that's one thing that we do differently. The other thing I learned from the big law firms is that brains matter. The best and the brightest typically are at the big law firms. So you get big firm trained, smart people to solve complex issues for people. And then the other thing is values, and that you have to do ethical work, you have to work in the way that people want it, you need to get back to them the same day, and you have to recognize that service really matters.